Well, hello world, welcome. It's Luann Pygott. It's Sunday evening. Yep, I'm doing it in the evening, so I didn't get up early enough today to do it in the morning. So my title of my live tonight is Former and Latter Reign Together. And I'm going to read to you from a few Bible verses, but I was thinking about this today. There's this verse in the Bible that talks about you're going to have the latter and the former reign together in the first month. And God used to, in the times of ancient days, he would send the former rain to bless them, and then there would be a latter rain that produced harvests. And in the end times, he's going to take the first rain and the latter rain together. Because why? There's not time. So what that means to me is he's going to take symbolically the pouring out of his spirit in the former times and the pouring out of his spirit he did in the latter times, and he's putting them together, and it's going to be massive. And I'm telling you, I am seeing massive pouring out of God's spirit on this app that I belong to, the people that are being ministered to. I'm also seeing an incredible battle of the enemy trying to destroy the people from within, from without, and everywhere. Everybody's under attack. So that tells you if you're under attack, you're on the right path. You're doing something good. You're doing something God has ordained for you to do. You're going to be under attack, because why would you be attacked if it wasn't accomplishing anything? Why would you be attacked if it wasn't helping anything? Why would you be attacked if it meant nothing? So if you are doing something and you're being attacked, that means you're on the right road. It also means God is your champion and is going to fight for you. But you need to pray, and you need to you need to let God be the victor. Pray and say, God, you step in. God, step in. So this former and latter reign together. I'm going to read Hosea 6:3. It says, let us know, let us pursue the knowledge of the Lord. He is going forth. His going forth is established as the morning. He will come to us. So this is talking about God coming to us. He will come to us like the rain, like the latter and former rain on the earth. So this is telling you right here, God coming to us is like a latter and former rain. Leviticus 26:4, then I will give you rain in its season. The land shall yield its produce, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit. So even though that's talking about literal rain, since that we read that other verse and it says he's going to come to you like rain, it is also symbolic of God coming to you. And that's saying God is coming to you in season, and your land is going to yield its produce. What's the produce of the land? Souls, spirits, lives saved. That's what the spiritual version of the land producing this is. The trees of the field shall yield their fruit. Job 8:7 says, though your beginning was small, yet your latter end should greatly increase. That's why he's coming with the former and latter rain together. The beginning might have just been a little sprinkle, might have been small, might have been a little bit, but he's coming at the end with great increase. Joel 2:23. Be glad then, you children of Zion, and rejoice in the Lord your God, for he has given you the former rain faithfully, and he will cause the rain to come down for you, the former rain and the latter rain in the first month. So that's where he's saying in the first month, you're getting them both. You're getting the former and the latter rain together. You're getting the initial pouring out of his spirit and the latter pouring out of his spirit. He's mixing it together, and it's all coming down in the first month, and it is going to be powerful. And he is going to do it, and the enemy is going to try to stop it. But the enemy is not that powerful. And we are here to save everyone that can be and wants to be saved. And I'm going to sing a song for you. This song came to me this week. I hadn't heard it for years. It's a song called God Will Make a Way. There's more than one song called that. There's a lot. And I had to find this particular one, and I finally found it. And it's a beautiful song. God will make a way. Even if you think there's no way I can do this, there's no way we'll win this battle, there's no way we'll overcome all this attack, God will make a way. It must have felt strange to end up stranded between an army and the sea. It must have felt forsaken, wondering why God wasn't who he said he'd be. When your back's against the wall, that's the hardest place of all. But somewhere between provision and impossibility, God will make a way when there seems the shelter of his heart and carve a road for you to carry on. So carry on. God will make a way when there seems to be no way. Forever he is faithful, and he will make a road when you bear a heavy load. I know God will make a way. God will make a way when there seems to be no way. Forever he is faithful. He will make a road when you bear a heavy load. I know God will make a way. Joel 2:24-32. I was just thinking about a part of this verse. Thank you. I was thinking about a part of this verse earlier this week, and I was just thinking about that relating to someone. And then as I was looking this up, I was looking for a different part. And when I found that different part, I realized it's the same. It's the same. It's the same passage that has both of those parts in there. I'm like, oh, wow, look at that. The one I had in my mind about a particular person earlier, and then when I looked up the other part, it was all together. So listen to this, Joel 2:24-32. And the floors shall be full of wheat, and the vats shall overflow with wine and oil. And this is my favorite. And I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten, and the cankerworm, and the caterpillar, and the palmer worm, my great army which I sent among you. He is going to restore to you. Have you had something stolen from you? Have you had years that you wasted, years that have been stolen from you? If you belong to God, he is telling you, I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten, and you shall eat in plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, who has dealt wondrously with you, and my people shall never be ashamed. If you have felt ashamed with what you have gone through, you no longer have to feel that anymore. And you shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. This was the part I was looking for, and found out, oh, it's actually attached to the restoring the years. This is what I feel God is doing, what he's doing on the app. I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions, and also upon my servants and upon my handmaids, that's me. In those days, I will pour out my spirit. There are so many people, so many hurting people that aren't really even looking for God anymore, because they've grown up in a society that says, oh, the religious stuff is bad. You don't need any of that. So they don't have any of that. And when something comes in their lives, they are bereft of any foundation. But God says he's going to pour out his spirit, so people who didn't know they needed God are going to feel a splatter of something hitting them from God and go, what was that? And they're going to turn around and say, where did that come from? What was that? What was that? That just cleansed me. That just refreshed me. That just healed me. What was that? And we're going to say, oh, by the way, that's God who you thought you didn't need. That's him. He loves you so much that even though you are not seeking for him, he's coming for you. You just have to turn to him. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord comes. And it shall come to pass, this is for anybody listening, that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. All you have to do is call on his name. I don't care if you were raised in it. I don't care if you've rejected him all of this time. He doesn't care. Just call his name. Even if you think, I don't even know if that's real, that's okay. Call on his name. It says, whoever calls on his name shall be delivered, and your deliverance will be coming. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord has said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. So I urge you, as he is beginning to pour out the former and latter rain together and pour out his Spirit upon all flesh, just get under that spray. Just get under it, and it's going to splatter onto you. Turn to him. That's why he's doing it. This is his last effort to save everyone who will be saved. Turn to him. Let him cleanse you, bless you, wash you, and just give you the nourishment that you need in your soul. Former and latter rains together for all flesh. You shall be delivered. You might not be delivered that second. Actually, I will tell you, if you call on the name of the Lord, you are delivered that second, but the manifestation where it shows up to you may not be for a while. It might be tomorrow. It might be next year, but your deliverance is set in motion. When you call on him, just call on him and start saying, Lord, I'm looking for the deliverance. Till next week, may you be very blessed and have a good night. Bye.